Okay, so since it's already 2 p.m., I would like to start our event. Okay, so welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the International Expert Sharing Meeting. My name is Chacha, and today we will discuss and also talk about hands-on training and industry academia cooperations. Okay, next I will explain a brief about the flow of the activity of today's event. Okay, so for our first agenda is activity introduction, as I will explain a bit about the background of the activity and also introducing all of the experts. And then for the second agenda is the opening remark from our representative from Simiautad. And then for the next agenda, which is the expert presentation session, and so the expert presentation session will separate it into two sessions where we will have three speakers for the first sessions to give their presentations, and then for the second session we will have two speakers that will give their presentations, that followed by the Q&A sessions. And then for the last agenda is the group photo and also ending. Okay, but before I go to the next agenda, I would like to remind all of the participants to open your camera to make our event more engaging and interactive. And also don't forget to use our virtual background that provided and can also be downloaded on the chat box. Okay, next, for the background introduction of our events. So the activity proposed of our event, the International Expert Sharing Meeting, is aims to strengthen academic and professional exchange between education experts across ASEAN countries and China. By providing a shared platform for dialogue, the series encourages diverse cross-disciplinary interaction, supports regional knowledge exchange, and fosters deeper collaborations on emerging educational and industrial trends. And for the future outlook of our events, so the International Expert Sharing Meeting will be held every month, with each session featuring a distinct theme, and topic will span various fields such as education, business, and engineering, providing a diverse and enriching experience for scholars. Okay, next. So for today's event, we will have five experts that are coming from the following institutes. So for the first speaker are coming from the University Malaya, Malaysia, and then the second speaker coming from Institut Teknologi Nasional, Indonesia, and then for our third speaker is coming from Polytechnic Brunei, and then for the next speaker is coming from the Ho Chi Minh University of Technology, Vietnam, and also for our last speaker coming from IPN Veteran Jawa Timur, Indonesia. Okay, so for our first speaker, we will have Dr. Nasrul Anwar. He is a Deputy Dean, Faculty of Engineering, University Malaya, and coordinator of the Center for Prosthetic and Orthotics Engineering. He is also an executive board member of ISPO, or International Society of Prosthetic and Orthotics, and he is a master's and PhD holder in prosthetics and orthotics engineering with specializations in upper limb prosthetics. And he is also the author of more than 99 index journal and conference publications, supervisor of more than of 13 PhD and 13 master's research students. Okay, for our second speaker, we will have Dr. Sony Darmawan. He is a Dean of the Faculty of Civil Engineering and Planning from 2020 until now. And then he is also national leadership roles, including expert councils, secretary general, and also UNESCO IHP Indonesia Commit. And he is also have more than 20 research projects and scientific journal publications. Okay, next for our third speaker, we will have Ms. Tan Pak Swan. She is a senior academic leader with more than 20 years of experience in higher and secondary educations. And she is also the head of school, Polytechnic Brunei, from October 2023 until now, overseeing academic governance, program development, and industry collaborations. And she is also an expertise in accounting and finance, curriculum design, quality assurance, and academic management aligned with national education and industry needs. And for our fourth speaker, we will have Dr. Lee Tin Chang, or Dr. Chang. She is a Vice President Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and the Director of Accreditation and Quality Assurance, University of Economics and Finance. And she is also being a speaker at more than 10 international conferences and summits on digital transformations, green transition, and sustainability. And she is also a lead and contributor to more than 15 research projects in higher education and quality assurance. And she is also the expert in quality assurance, accreditation, and higher education governance at regional and international levels. Next, for our last speaker, Mr. Alfiandi Imam Mawardi. He is a lecturer in management UPN Veteran Jawa Timur, and he is also the founder of multiple business ventures, including Landas Innovation Center. And he's also the director of science and Technopark UPN VGT. And also, he is also the doctoral candidate in management entrepreneurship with an MBA from IGB. Okay, so we can see that all of the experts are really experts in their fields, and it's such a pleasure to have them with us today. Okay, so before we move to our main agenda, we'll have opening remark from Mr. Tim Ford. Uh, he is a he is the head of research and development division from Simiautet. For Mr. Tim Ford, are you already here with us? Okay. Okay, let me check first. Okay, since Mr. Tim Form is not here already, so I think we're just going to move to our next agenda, which is our main agenda, which is the expert presentation session. Okay, so for the first session, we will have three speakers. We will give their presentations. For the first speaker is Dr. Nasrul Anwar from University Malaya, Malaysia. And for the second speaker, we'll have Dr. Soni Darmawan from Institute Teknologi Nasional Indonesia. And then for the third speaker, we'll have Miss Tan Pak Swan from Polytechnic Brunei. Okay, so and each of the expert will have about 10 to 15 minutes maximum to give their presentation. Okay, so for the first speaker, Dr. Nasur Anwar, are you already here with us, sir?
Yes, Chacha, I'm here.
Okay,
So,
thank you so much, sir. Okay,
yes. So,
yeah, so
yeah, control my slide by myself or how?
yes,
All right.
you can share a screen. Okay,
All right.
so Dr. Nasrul Anwar is from University Malaya, Malaysia, and he will discuss and talk about CAD and CAM in prosthetic and orthotics engineering. Okay, so without any further ado, I will let Dr. Nasrul Anwar to give your presentations. Wait,
Thank you so much, Chacha. So let me try to have my presentation over here. Okay. All right. Is it properly presented, Chacha?
yes, yes, I
All
can
right.
see it
Okay.
clearly. Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Good afternoon, everyone. So basically, as been mentioned by our MCs for today, my name is Associate Professor IR Dr. Nasrul Anwar. I'm from University Malaya, Departments of Biomedical Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University Malaya. So I was made to understand that for this international expert sharing meeting, the crowd is among the academia and also the students, and try to make it as general as possible. So of course, talking about the CAD/CAM is one thing. Talking about prosthetics and orthotic is another thing, and how it embedded with the engineering will be something that is interest to everyone as well. So without further ado, let me go one by one of the items so that everyone are clear about what is actually the meaning of a CAD/CAM in prosthetic and orthotic engineering. So basically, in a technical aspect, CAD/CAM refer to the computer-aided drafting and also computer-aided manufacturing. For those who from engineering background, you might familiar with the term of a CAD/CAM, but for those who's not, it's actually a machine or automation or any kind of a design which become a digitalizing, and then we are coming out with a product. So instead of producing a common product, we are producing a prosthetic and orthotics. So basically, what is prosthetic orthotics? Prosthetic orthotics is related to the, we call it as a replacing item, a replacing of a limb or supporting of a limb who is need help. Okay, you can see from my background over there, that is examples of a prosthetic socket that been printed using the CAD/CAM technology. All right, so usually when we want to fabricate a prosthetics, of course, it involves with a lot of a technical aspect. You can see from here, there's a 6 common process and procedure in order to make a prosthetics. All right, so step 1 is about taking a measurement of the body segment. So you can see from the figure 1 over there, an expert is actually wrapping parts of a human body using a plaster of Paris. All right. So this is known as a casting of a negative cast. And then the taking step number 2 is a taking a negative impression. This will be step number 2. So starting from step 1 and also step 2, it involves with really things that you need to measure the circumference. You need to check the objective assessment, subjective assessment of the patient. Talking about subjective and objective, it's about you need to take a height, weight, and also different kind of a circumference and etc. for the patient. Apart from that as well, you need to interview the patient, okay, because you need to know the background. You need to know why he need to wearing orthosis, why he need to wearing prosthesis. Is it his when he will use this kind of a prosthetic orthotics? How many steps that involve daily? Is he is living in an apartment, condominium? Is it involved with a lot of stairs, a lot of walking distance, and etc.? So we need to interview the patient so that we understand what kind of technology or devices we're going to provide to them. Number 3, we move to the creating a mold. So this is known as a positive casting. So from here, we pour it with a plaster of Paris powder, and then it become molding. And then we proceed with the step number 4, where it is about the modification of a prosthetic socket. And finally, step 5 is about the shaping orthosis into a prosthetic socket. And then step 6 is actually fitting to the patient. So as a common process, this is known as a fundamental fabrication of a prosthetics and orthotics. Usually it took us around 2 days to 2 weeks, depends on the patient satisfaction, etc. But of course, with the latest technology, we are using CAD/CAM. We can convert everything to become completed within just 2 hours only. So that's why the reason why I'm sharing this kind of a technology. I believe, although you are from the management, you are from the economic side, business sides, law, and etc., it really involves because we are dealing with the human being. We involve with the patients. All right. So there's a lot of rules, protocol, material development, mechanical testing, management. If what happened, one of your patient involved with the trauma, need to become amputated, etc. Everything is related to this kind of a technology. So you imagine that all of this technology, which is actually being proceed with only 2 days to be completed or up to 2 weeks, it can be somehow reduced to only 2 hours only using the CAD/CAM technology. So these are examples of a prosthetic socket that been fabricated using a CAD/CAM. So this is a first version. So you can see it is not really in a good hand because of the still in the process of developing the materials. You can see the materials over there is not that good, and also the strap over there as well is not that good. All right, this is among the first pioneer. We are using the CAD/CAM to fabricate the prosthetic socket. So you can refer to the figure on the left. It's actually a complete set of a prosthetic socket. We are using the CAD/CAM technology to fabricate only the black part over there. Other parts of that is actually a components where it can easily be bought in the market. The most we call it as a novel part is actually the socket part, which is on the black color part. All right. Now imagine every kind of a fundamental process we can reduce it, and then it can help to improve the situation when the patient need to have a more consultation hours with the experts, and then they want to change their type of a foot, they want to change the type of a knee. So these are the common process. So that's why we want to reduce the time for us to fabricate the prosthetics. So we come up with a lot of ideas. Among it is actually we collapse with a few of our industries. These are examples of prosthetic devices that we make with the industries. We come up with a mechanical testing, electrical testing, material testing, etc., surface analysis, etc. And then we kind of want to develop a new kind of a structure. You can see from this figure, using a CAD/CAM is actually involved with the 3D scanner. So apart from the having a positive casting, negative casting, interview patient just now, objective assessment, subjective assessment, molding process, fabrication process, everything can be just completed using a CAD/CAM within just 2 hours of a process. So you can see from here, simply patient can come and then stand on this bar, and then the 3D scanner are going to rotate, and then we're going to have the shape of the stump, and then automatically it's going to be produced the plastics as well. So this kind of a process from B, C, D, E, F, we are digitalizing, and then we are automation, we are AI, our process of prosthetic fabrication using this CAD-CAM. How we manage to do that? Of course, we need to have an accurate of 3D printing technology. The first devices is, of course, our scanner. So these are among the accurate scanner. It is a really viable in Southeast Asia, especially Malaysia and Indonesia. And then it is widely used nowadays in order to fabricate the prosthetics. You can see a different kind of a scanner give a different kind of accuracy as well. Then from there, we start scan and then we immediately fabricate the prosthetics. These are the figure over here. These are examples on how we are using the scanner and we fabricate the processes. All right. So once we scan and then the data is already there, the measurement is already there, and then we enter the simulation software. We edit using a BioShape and BioScanner software, and then from there we mesh it, and then the socket can be produced within just 2 hours using the 3D CAD process. And these are among the figure that we can see. You can see from here the thermoplastic is just scanning and then it forming to become the prosthetic socket. And apart from that as well, instead of using conventional, by using this automation and also digitalizing, we are able to measure it accurately. And then we are able to check the volume, we are able to check the strain, the displacement, the FOS, factor of safety, and also the load capacities as well, automatically. Because everything nowadays has been digitalizing. And then after that, we are able to conduct analysis based on what we have scanned. So from this figure, for example, you can see a different kind of a socket give a different kind of a result. Where the colored over here is about the finite element analysis, you can see the color different code over here is actually reflected to different kind of a pressure being put to the socket. So that's why some of it is the blue color, some of it is the red color, some of it is the green color. This is among the latest technology we analyze. So that when the patient felt that there's a pain by wearing the socket, so we know where to make the adjustment. And then, of course, in Malaysia, we also obey with the ISO 10328 as well. So we prove the load, fatigue, and also cycle with the final static load structure. So based from this, we are able to provide a perfect data to the patient and also to the rehab specialist as well. And of course, the result are going to provide and help us in justify whether the technical aspect, measurement aspect has been really fulfilled so that we don't have a problem later on to justify to the patient. And here, in Malaysia, once we have produced the thing, we will test it using the jig as examples from this figure. And of course, these are the milestones usually when we have the patient, where we scan and then we produce the 3D printing and then we make sure that we do the fitting and that the patient are able to have our socket incoming for just 2 hours. All right. And then the outcomes, of course, we can immediately compare what could be the performance, what could be the different presentation, etc., using the bioscanner. And of course, here in Malaysia, we produce this by Malaysian standard as well, meaning the Simply socket not just being provided, but as well it been endorsed using the Malaysian standard. And then, of course, it cannot just be easily produced without the notification from the standards. Yes, I think that's all, Chacha, from my side for 15 minutes. Of course, if there's any Q&A, I'm also able to answer it later. Thank you, Chacha.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for your good presentations. Okay. I think without any further ado, I will we'll go to the next speaker. Wait. Okay, so for our second speaker, we will have Dr. Sony Darmawan from Institut Teknologi Nasional Indonesia. And he will be discussing about earth science and remote sensing technology. So for Dr. Sony, are you already here with us?
Okay, Chacha, please wait. I will
Okay.
send my screen.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. But before you start, I would like, yeah, sure. Wait.
May I share my screen?
Okay, you may share your screen now. Okay, sir. Just
Okay,
kind of reminder.
Chacha, please
You
wait.
have, yeah, you will have 15 minutes maximum to
15 minutes.
delivering
Okay,
your
please, Asa,
presentations.
please wait.
Okay. And sorry, sir, to all participants, you may also write down your questions on the chat box, and don't forget to also put the name of the experts for the questions. Thank you. Okay, so the screen and time is yours, sir.
Chacha, please check my screen. This is slideshow or my
Yes.
screen?
Yes, it's
Already
clear.
slideshow?
Yes, already in a full screen.
In full screen, is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Totally okay now.
Okay. Okay, Caca, thank you very much. And all audience, thank you very much. My name is Sony Darmawan. Thank you for my opportunity to explain my interesting research, my research. I introduce myself. My name is Sony Darmawan. Now I will presentation about the Earth science and remote sensing technology. I'm come from the National Institute of Technology Bandung, Indonesia. Okay, this is my background. My background actually from the geometric remote sensing technology. Remote sensing technology. I'm doctoral from the geodesy and geometric, and my interest research on the remote sensing and the earth science. Hey, Caca, make sure this is slideshow. Is it okay?
Yeah. I can see it clearly, sir.
Okay.
Actually, in a full screen. Yeah.
On in the full screen. Okay. Okay. About my interesting research about the earth science. This is the introduction, and we know about the earth science, earth system science. There is the system is very complex and also very dynamic, and many phenomena occur in the earth in that impact the human being. Also, the definition earth science, the earth is a complex system of interacting physical, chemical, and biological process. Also, the Earth system science is comprised of our interconnected sphere of component process such as atmosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere, also biosphere, and also there is some many phenomena in the Earth system science such as earthquake, also plate dynamic, also water cycle, hurricane, also La Nina, El Nino, also moving, people moving, anthropogenic moving, and global carbon cycle, also temperature change. And very sorry because the limited time I cannot explain one by one. However, for the Earth system science phenomena, on the promising technology for Earth observation is remote sensing technology. Remote sensing is the attractive use to detect and study object from distance without any physical contact with the object. In remote sensing also, there are several key components, including the source, sensor, platform, ground station, and application. And we know it's many satellite remote sensing signed 1970 and many thousand satellite in the orbit. In the remote sensing technology, we have the different temporal resolution, also spatial resolution, radiometric resolution, and also spectral resolution. And actually, in the satellite sensor, record reflected electromagnetic from the object on the Earth. Satellite imagery may be derived from the reflection of solar radiation in the visible, infrared, and thermal wavelength, which are now passive sensor and also active sensor. For example, this is optical remote sensing satellite imagery in the moderate resolution, also high resolution. Also, for the active sensor, we know Terasar, Sentinel, also allospatial with the different spatial resolution. Also, from the geospatial information perspective, future development in remote sensing expected to the emphasize use in mini sensor, real-time Earth observation, and artificial intelligence. Also for the trend open data and cloud-based processing also availability in the remote sensing imagery and well established like the cloud to cloud processing. Then this is advanced and apply remote sensing data, especially with the earth science discipline. Also, this is the emerging trend in the remote sensing cloud computing platform. We know like Google Earth Engine and another thing. This is very good for the natural resource management application. Also, for the current and future remote sensing sensor in the commercialization and downstream application, the future of the business downstream application of the remote sensing is also very promising, as this industry has already become well established and continues to grow in the global. One of the main reasons utilize remote sensing data is potential to improve data efficiency and achieve cost saving in data acquisition. Also, this is because one of the key advantage of remote sensing, especially satellite-based platform, is the ability to rapid acquisition data of a large area. This is my research in the utilize the remote sensing data, for example, for monitoring oil palm plantation in Indonesia. This application of remote sensing for the natural resource management in the oil palm. This is we collaborate with the Indonesian Oil Palm Research Institute, also National Research Innovation Agency, also supported by LPDP. Oil palm in Indonesia has become one of the largest contribution to the foreign exchange. However, over the past 5 years, this revenue have continued decline due to increasing extent of the aging plantation. Also in the oil palm technology, we create the some book for the model phenology based remote sensing, also thematic map, oil palm plantation using remote sensing, also procedure, some procedure utilize remote sensing for the oil palm and else. Another thing, not only in the oil palm, we try also to monitor urban heat island phenomena for whole Indonesia country. This is very interesting. Urban heat island have become important issue, especially in Indonesia, especially in the major city like Jakarta, in Indonesia, Surabaya, and else. By utilize Google Earth Engine cloud computing platform, it is possible to analyze urban heat island for whole Indonesia country. Another thing, we utilize the remote sensing technology using for the mangrove forest monitoring, because the mangrove forest in Indonesia also very large area. This is also improve to the climate change in regional and global area. And then many important thing in the mangrove forest. However, change in mangrove forest land cover is currently a major concern. Then the issue is very interesting, especially in the my country in Sumatra, Kalimantan, and else. Also, another important thing is the forest fire in the mangrove forest. It's very important thing to the monitor, because the smoke because of the forest fire maybe will to the Singapore, Malaysia is very important thing to monitor. Another thing, mangrove biomass. We also try to identify and calculate the mangrove biomass in the whole Indonesia country. It's very interesting to know about the stock carbon in Indonesia, especially in mangrove area. Another thing, we utilize remote sensing technology for the large-scale mapping in Indonesia. This is collaborate with the BIG, Geospatial Information Agency. The large-scale map utilized among other purpose for spatial planning, especially, and also fundamental basic for business license in Indonesia. Through the online single submission or OSS system. Another thing, satellite imagery in Indonesia to use for the accelerating land administration process. Our university collaborate with another ministry in Indonesia, such as Agrarian Affairs, Spatial Planning, National Land Agency, to accelerate land registration process in Indonesia, particularly in West Java province. This acceleration of land certification is expected to deliver significant benefit to the public. Also, satellite imagery analysis to earthquake in some spot in the Indonesia country, like before in the Cianjur city and another place. We can monitor and we can detect the some analysis in the earthquake in this area. Our conclusion for this slide, actually, Earth system science and remote sensing technology trend are closely aligned to advance in the Internet of Things, AI, also big data management, and cloud computing. Also, there are extensive opportunity for research, as well as market potential also in the utilize remote sensing technology for mapping, or also for the natural management on the earth science, earth system science. Maybe that's all, Chacha. For the next, we can discuss together. Thank you very much for your attention.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Sony Darman, for your great presentations. Okay. I think I will go to the next speaker. Wait, I will share my screen first. Okay, so for our third speaker, we will have Miss Tan Pak Suan. She is from Polytechnic Brunei, and she will be discussing about overview and development of the level 5 apprenticeship diploma in hospitality management and operations. Okay, so Miss Tan Pak Suan, are you already here with us?
Yeah. Thank you, Chacha.
Okay.
Good afternoon,
Okay.
everyone. Shall I share my
afternoon.
screen now?
Yes, sure, miss. Wait.
Okay.
Okay,
hold on,
without any further ado. Yeah, you may
Hold on,
share the
sorry.
screen. And to all participants, if you have any questions, you just may write down your questions on the
sorry.
chat box. And also, don't forget to put the name of the experts, okay? Okay, so the time and screen is yours, miss.
Okay, thank you very much, Chacha. Good afternoon, everyone. As Chacha has introduced, my name is Tan Pak Suan, and you can call me Emily. I'm from Polytechnic Brunei. First of all, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share about the overview and development of Level 5 apprenticeship program in hospitality management and operation on behalf of School of Business, Polytechnic Brunei. But before I begin, please allow me to also acknowledge and sincerely thank our program leader, Cikgu Haji Yusriman bin Haji Jumat, for his significant contributions to the development of this program. Because of his dedication, due diligence, and continuous effort, our institution has been able to successfully run 2 intakes of this program currently. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize his valuable assistance in the preparation of this presentation slide. So, without further ado, today I'll be sharing an overview of the program, including its aims and objective, industry collaboration, delivery structure, development journey, key benefits, alignment with national priorities, as well as our program feasibility and future direction. Basically, this program represents a strong collaboration. Sorry?
There is no slide. You have not yet shared your screen.
Oh,
No
yeah.
slide?
Sorry, miss. Yeah.
There is
I
no
think
slide.
yeah. You need to share your screen first, miss.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Is it already? Sorry.
Yes, already. Sorry, miss. Could you make it to full screen?
2?
Yes, already. Yeah, I can see
Already,
it
yeah?
clearly. Thank you
Okay.
so much, miss.
Okay, so I shall continue. So basically, you can see this program is a strong collaboration between education and industry to develop a skill industry ready hospitality workforce in Brunei. Now, as you can see here, this is a 3-year full-time program consisting of 1.5 years of school-based learning and 1.5 years paid on-the-job training to ensure that there is a balance between academic and industry exposure. So the main aim of this program basically is to equip apprentices with both theoretical knowledge and practical competencies through an integrated apprenticeship model. Our objective basically are aligned with national and industry priorities. Firstly, the program aims to develop a skilled local workforce in support of Wawasan Brunei 2035, particularly in hospitality and tourism sectors. Secondly, it supports the development of supervisory and middle management's capability that match the industry demand. Thirdly, it supports the country's efforts to diversify the economy by strengthening the hospitality and tourism sector. Fourthly, the program integrates academic learning with structure on-the-job training, allowing our students to apply classroom knowledge in real workforce settings. Finally, but not the least, through strong industry collaboration, the program actually enhances graduate employability and support workforce localizations. So overall, basically, you can see that is to ensure our graduates are not only academically qualified, but also work ready and capable of contributing to the industry from day one. Now, currently, the program is actively implemented at our institution. So we have basically successfully conducted 2 intakes. Intake 1 is in July 2024 with 9 apprentices. Intake 2 in January 2026, which is this year, with 12 apprentices. Of course, industry collaboration is a core component of this program. So for Intake 1, we partner with 9 industry organizations, while for Intake 2, we involve actually 4 industry partners. So it's important to actually highlight to everyone that our industry participation here is entirely voluntary, reflecting actually basically the strong commitment of the partners to support our local workforce development. Any fluctuation in intake numbers basically reflects industry readiness and placement capacity rather than a lack of program demand. And you can see that in August 2024, formal MOU or Memorandum of Understanding were signed with industry partners. And here we show the industry partners like Radisson Hotel, Ritz-Carlton, Times Hotel, etc. Okay, was signed with this industry partner to strengthen collaborations in training, supervision, and workforce learning. Now, during the program development stage, several challenges were actually identified prior to our curriculum development design through industry consultation, and reports such as the Manpower Industry Steering Committee in short is MISC, Hospitality and Tourism Report, to ensure that the program was developed based on evidence and real industry needs. Employees highlighted the importance of work-ready graduates who actually possess not only technical competencies and strong communication skills, but also professional work attitudes, such as they need to be committed, they need to be punctual and reliable. There were also challenges related to employer engagement and the need for more structured workforce training, which influenced our decision to adopt the apprenticeship practice inspired by international dual training system. Therefore, basically the rationale behind this program is very obvious. It's basically to bridge the gap between education and industry expectation while preparing our graduates to transition confidently into supervisory and middle management roles. Now, industry feedback consistently emphasized several key workforce needs here. As you can see, employee emphasized that attitude and professionalism are just as important as technical skills. Therefore, I think our graduates are expected to demonstrate strong service orientation, effective communication abilities, and good interpersonal skills. And it's also significant for us to clarify that supervisory readiness does not always mean that graduates will immediately be placed in managerial positions. Instead, there should be a clear and structured progression or pathways allowing our graduates to grow from the operational roles towards supervisory responsibilities over time. In addition, the industry basically are seeking employees who are able to perform effectively from their first day of work, helping the industry to reduce lengthy training periods. The industry model directly addresses these needs by combining real workforce exposure with structured competency development, ensuring that the graduates are both work-ready and professionally prepared. So international benchmarking demonstrate the thorough due diligence conducted in developing this program. Essentially, you can see that our apprenticeship program is not entirely new, okay? It was initially implemented in France and later adopted by Ireland and Germany. So research and statistics from this country indicate there were strong outcomes. As you can see, for example, 81% participants were satisfied with the apprenticeship program. And then we have about 84% of employers would recommend apprentice. Hello?
Sorry for interrupt. Okay. Yeah, I can see your screen now. Because before it's blank space. Okay, you may continue, sorry.
Okay, so 84% of, as you can see, this is the statistic, 84% of employers would recommend apprentice to other companies, 64% observe improved productivity, and 55% reported an enhanced ability to attract high quality staff. Now we're going to show you the program structure and delivery approach. And you can see that this program basically follow a dual delivery model. So it's combining 1.5 years of school-based learning. And what is school-based learning? Basically, they include academic teaching, coursework, assignment, and assessment. And as you can see, this is conducted in semester 1, semester 3, and semester 5. So the modules conducted, as you can see, is example like communication skills for semester 1, HSE, Maths for Business, MOB, Hospitality, Industry and Management, and so forth. So semester 3, we will be having this module, and semester 5. Then another 1.5 years of on-the-job training. And what is that? That is basically to provide structured workforce learning under industry supervisions, and this is conducted in semester 2, semester 4, and semester 6. And with specific competency, which semester 2, we are basically focusing on workforce training, semester 4 on business management, and finally, the last semester on operation management or event. So as you can see, that competency-based assessment is primarily applied during this on-the-job training. Our industry partner actually play an active role by mentoring our apprentice and provide feedback on their performance. So the industry input complements our academic assessment. You can see that, reinforcing the quality assurance and demonstrating governance maturity. So both teaching and assessment are competency-based, ensuring that our alignment with academic standards and industry expectations. Okay, so with the program development timeline, the program development actually you can see that is follow a structured and rigorous process. So in 2021, industry surveys and stakeholder dialogues were conducted to identify basically the workforce gap. In 2022, the apprenticeship framework and learning outcome were designed. Then in 2023, the program structure and modules were finalized. Then we have an external review and approval process. And from 2024 onwards, the program has been implemented with continuous monitoring, feedback collection, and improvement efforts. So basically, this is a systematic approach to ensure that the program remains responsive to both industry and national needs. Now, the program, of course, provides multiple benefits. So basically, to the apprentice, it enhances their employability through real workforce exposure and practical skill development. For the industry, it actually produces work-ready graduates, reduce long-term training costs, and helps build a stable talent pipeline. For the nationwide, it strengthens our workforce localization, supports economic diversification, and contributes to human capital development goals. Now, our programs are aligns closely with the Brunei Education Framework, particularly competency-based curriculum and TVET direction. It also supports our Wawasan Brunei 2035 by developing a skilled and employable workforce while strengthening industry education collaboration. As previously I have shared, so these programs basically aims to enhance graduates' employability through structured workplace learning. Now, our graduates are prepared for roles such as like supervisor, assistant managers, guest service officers, and operational leaders. Besides that, this program actually can also provide pathway for them to further studies in hospitality management or any business-related field. Now, the program adopts control intake sizes based on industry demand and placement capacity. We recognize there are industry constraints, of course, so such as organizational structure, training costs, and role availability. Actually being cost being the primary participation limitation. Confidentiality requirements, okay, also restrict management exposure during on-the-job training, and our market size limits the demand for supervisory position. Despite this reality, the program actually still remains feasible and sustainable due to the strong industry collaboration and ongoing evaluation. In conclusion, this program, okay, represent a targeted and sustainable apprenticeship, targeted and sustainable approach to workforce development, prioritizing quality over scale. Through strong industry partnership, integrated learning, and alignment with national priorities, the program actually helps to support the development of competent and work-ready hospitality professionals. So thank you very much for your attention.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Pak Swan San, for your great presentations. Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, so as we already have three speakers and already delivered their presentations, next we move to the Q&A session. So to all participants, if you have any questions, you may write down your questions on the chat box. Or if any one of you wants to ask directly to the speakers, you can also chat or just on mic, yeah, and just ask directly to the speakers. Okay, while we waiting for the other questions, I think we already have some questions here on the chat box. Wait, let me see. Okay. Okay, since I think there's a questions from Hannah. Okay, yeah. So from Hannah, she would like to ask to Dr. Nasrul. So to Dr. Nasrul, thank you for such a valuable presentation. I would like to ask about since Artalife has integrated advanced CAD/CAM technologies in prosthetic and orthotics, how do you collaborate with universities to ensure students are trained using industry-level digital workflows rather than outdated systems? And what kind of challenge that may occur during the collaboration? Okay, to Dr. Nasrul, I'll let you answer the questions.
Thank you, Chacha, for and also Hannah for the questions. So for the first one, it's actually related to the how we embedded it with the curriculum. So basically, we have integrated it using industrial-based teaching. So basically, like say we have a 14 weeks of a lecture. So around 4 weeks, it's actually we invite the guest lecturer, people from the industry, to come to the university and give their lecture. So basically, throughout these 4 weeks, they will bring the latest technology, and somehow our students are going to integrate with it. So every semester, we're going to synchronize having this kind of a knowledge. Whatever happened with the industry, our student will be ready, and it's kind of a industry-based teaching. And for the second question, is related to the challenge that may occur during the collaboration. Of course, we have a limitation with the industries as well. For example, maybe during the first phase, Artalife is okay to share everything related to their company items and also materials. But maybe there's a challenge. Some of it they cannot share the knowledge 100%. So that's why we can have a lot of or numbers of collaborators among the industry. So there's a lot of option for us to choose between one industry to another industry. That will be one challenge. The second challenge is could be the technology is keep on improving. I might say it in a faster way. So basically, without waiting for a year, every technology has been shifted to different phases weekly. So that is a challenge in the education side as well. All right. I hope I answer Hannah questions. Chacha.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Nasrul, for answering the questions. I hope, Hannah, you understood about the answer from Dr. Nasrul. Okay. Next, I think we already have questions too for. Wait. Okay, so we have a questions from John Carlo Lazaro. Okay, so good afternoon. This is John Carlo Lazaro. My questions: what tool is commonly used in remote sensing to take pictures of Earth from space? I think this question will be for Dr. Sony. Okay, so I would let
Okay,
Dr.
Chacha.
answer questions.
Okay, Hannah, thank you very much for your question. Yeah, actually, remote sensing technology by remote or by capture one by one location. Yeah, for example, if we need to know about the interaction between component in the system science, for example, if tsunami occurs, we can know remote sensing. We can know, or we can capture about the geosphere and hydrosphere. Yeah, because tsunami, for example, tsunami. This is because of the geosphere, because of the earthquake, for example, and also make the hydrosphere to hide to the land. This is, for example, remote sensing will know about the interaction between the component in the Earth system science. Also, how about our map, yeah, for the local government, for example? Yeah, of course, our map, for example, mangrove map in my study, this is can be used, yeah, can be used for local government for management planning on the mangrove area. Maybe Chacha, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for the answer. I hope Mr. John Carlo Lazaro already have the answer. Okay, so for the next questions, I think we already have questions from Shafira. Okay, but before, I would like to remind all of the participants, if you have any questions to our speaker, you may just write down your questions in the chat box, or you can also ask to the speaker directly. Okay, so the questions from Shafira. First of all, thank you, Dr. Nasru and Dr. Soni, for the insightful presentations. I have questions for both experts. Oh, I think for Dr. Nasur questions, it's kind of similar with the last person. Yeah, what are usually the challenge in implementing CAM technology in developing countries? And maybe I will let Dr. Soni to answer the question first. So, how is the remote sensing currently being applied to monitor change in water cycle, especially in the context of climate change or extreme weathers? Thank you. Okay, maybe for Dr. Soni.
Okay, I will answer about the how to remote sensing can be used for the water cycle, also related with the climate change. Yeah, as we know about the remote sensing can detect the whole area. For example, if we detect the land cover change using remote sensing, also we can different the water cycle in the area. And also this is very interesting. Maybe we know about the big disaster in Indonesia, in Sumatra, very big flood, yeah, very big flood in Sumatra. This is very interesting also. This is because of the maybe related with the water cycle, related with the water cycle, and also related with the land use change in the area. For example, if we we can monitor of the different land use change before, for example, forest, and after that become oil palm. This is very different of the water cycle in the study area. Also, related water cycle for the climate change. Also, this is very related because different land use, different water cycle. Also, I think make different climate change also. Chacha, I think that's all.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I hope it's answering Shafra's questions. Okay, and also thank you so much, sir, for the explanations. It's really interesting. And for Dr. Nasrul question, since it's kind of similar, but do you want to add some more, Dr. Nasrul, to answer these questions?
Yes, I think the question is quite similar. So yes, again, it is about the technology change from time to time. So whatever we teach at the university, we need to cope with what is actually happening at the industry. Yes, it's a common challenge for the academia. That's all. Thank you, Chacha.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Nasrul. Okay, so I think we'll go to the next questions. Okay, so we have questions from Miss Rifda. Dear Miss Pakswantan, I'm curious on how effective has company and education collaboration been in ensuring the level 5 apprenticeship diploma remains relevant to real workplace needs. Okay.
Okay.
May I answer your question?
To answer this question, basically, I think it's quite effective in the sense that, okay, actually, since our program development, what happened is when we come up with our program guide, our program content and everything, so we actually engage the industry partners to come into to review our program first, to comment on it, to make sure that whatever contents that we have included in our program now is actually updated. So, and moreover, during the on the job training, we actually, of course, there is supervisions guided from the supervisor itself, and this supervisor is basically from the hotel. So they actually are working collaboratively with us and constantly give us feedback on our apprentice on how they are doing. So I think in that sense, it can actually help our apprentice to remain to fulfill the workforce needs. I hope this answer Rifda's question. Is it okay?
Yes. Oh, for me, it's really, yeah, explaining well. Thank you so much, Miss Park Swantan, for your answer. But I think you already have another questions.
For the second question, I'm not very sure what do you mean by TVET image among the youth in Brunei. You mean photo or?
Oh yeah, or maybe for yeah, Lia Knak one, from Cambodia. You may just like explain a bit, or you can also raise your hand or ask directly to the speaker. It's totally okay.
Yes,
Okay,
I
yeah.
would like to know about the impression of the youth in terms of TVET training. Thank you.
Oh, you mean the perspective from the youth, is it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So from the perspective of our youth, basically they actually initially when we run this program, we thought that like there may be no participations or like no students may be interested to join. But basically we received quite good feedback from the students. Actually, the demand for this program is increasing. Initially we have like around like 50 students, applicants actually applying for this program. But for our second intake, it actually increased to like 70, but it's just that because this is an apprentice program, so it has to be based on the industry willing to take in the students as well. So that's why you can see that the first intake we have 19 apprentices, but the second intake we have 12. Basically, it's following the demand of the industry. The reason is because our apprentice they are paid for their during the on the job training. So basically, the feedback from the youth is actually very good. I hope this answered the question.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the question, and also thank you so much for the answer, Miss Pansoktan. Okay,
There's
next.
another question,
Oh
right?
yeah, there's another questions. Yeah. Okay, I
Okay.
will try. Okay, you want to answer it directly?
Oh, yes, please. Okay. So do you think the main challenge is no longer the quality of teaching? No, actually, we are still facing, I still think that quality of teaching is important. It's not that it's not significant, but just that what happened is there should be a balance between the industry and the quality of teaching. So what we are trying to do here is basically we also have the competency-based assessment, and we also have the like the quality of our teaching is basically based on the assessment, the coursework, the assignments, the theory knowledge that we have given to our students. So, and for this quality of teaching, how do we actually make sure that it's of quality is basically we engage also the industry partners. Sometimes we invite them to come in to give like the lecture on certain topics that they are actually expert in. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss. Okay, I hope it's already answering your questions, Mr. J.R. Bugarin. Okay, but if you want to ask another questions, you may write down your questions on the chat box. Okay, next, we have another questions from Mr. Hafiz. Is machine learning, wait, I think this question would be for machine learning, predictive learning. Okay, I think it's for Dr. Sony.
Right?
Yeah, because Mr. Hafiz, you
It's a-
need to also put down the name of the experts, okay? When you have a questions. Okay, wait. So the questions is machine learning and deep thinking have direct impact for future courses such as predictive learning? Wait, sir. I think this questions is probably for Miss Peck Swanson.
Okay, but
Samuel,
okay.
so is it the question from Samuel?
From
Maybe
Hafiz.
for me it's okay. Chacha, I will
Yeah.
answer the question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. This is very, very interesting question, I think, because in the remote sensing technology very growth very fast. For example, machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and also cloud computing. This is very interesting in the remote sensing. And of course, this technology very help to extract some information in the remote sensing technology, Caca. This is, I think, good question. If we learn in remote sensing, I think also learn about the machine learning and deep learning, Caca. Okay, thank you. That's all, I think.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sony, for the answer. I hope it's answering your questions, Mr. Hafiz. And for Miss Peck Swanson, you want to add some more for the questions? Perhaps?
Okay, so for Samuel, thank you very much for liking our approach towards changing the youth impression. So what happened is just a bit of comment from the youth itself, there is increasing demand for it. But in terms of when we tag in, is actually from 20 to 12. The reason is because it's also based on the demand of the industry since we are collaborating with them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss. Okay, next we have another questions for Dr. Nasrul. The question is from Rifda. So she would like to ask how important you think is international certification such as ISPO or RCI in maintaining quality standards when integrating technologies like CAD or NCIM.
Yes, regarding this thing, actually, at the board of our ISPO as well, we discussed about this kind of a thing. What will happen to the academic side, teaching side, when there's already a lot of technology being improved. So yes, somehow, some way we discuss, and then we might say that we need to bridge the curriculum with the latest technology, especially with the CAD/CAM, 3D printing, and etc. So that's why we are moving our curriculum from the fundamental, and during the third year and fourth year, it's much more focused on the elective courses. So these elective courses is involved with the latest technology, digital, AI, and etc., so that the students are able to cope with the latest technology trends. So might say that we are moving from, still we keep the fundamental, but then of course we need to add the elective courses that is moving forward with the technology. Okay, thank you, Chacha.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nasrul, for your answer. I hope it's answering your questions, Ms. Rifda. And just for your information, to all participants, actually, Dr. Nasrul is also become our speaker on the previous webinar, right, sir? Yeah, so to all of the participants, if you want to watch the webinar of Dr. Nasrul Anwar, you may also open the website later. My partner will give the link to the website. Okay, Thank you so much. So since it's already 15:10, so I will close the Q&A session for the first sessions. Thank you so much for all speakers for answering the questions and for the presentations. Okay, next let's move to the second sessions. Okay, so for this second sessions, we will have two speakers that will deliver their presentations. The first one is Dr. Cheng or Dr. Ly Tin Trang from Ho Chi Minh University of Technology, Vietnam. And also we'll have Mr. Alfiani Imam Mawardi from UPN Veteran Jawa Timur, Indonesia. Okay. Okay, next. So for the first speaker, we will have Dr. Ly Tin Trang from Ho Chi Minh University of Technology, Vietnam, and she will be discussing about outcome based and hands-on teaching for sustainable development. Okay, so for Dr. Ly Tin Trang, are you already here with us?
Yeah, thank you, Jacka. May I share my screen?
Yes, you may share your screen. Okay, the time and screen is yours, Miss. You have 15 minutes to give your presentations.
You see my screen?
Yes, clearly, Miss.
Yeah. Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank organizer for giving me this opportunity to talk about outcome-based and hands-on teaching for sustainable development. My name is Trang. I'm Ly Tin Trang. I'm Vice President of Ho Chi Minh City. Sorry. I'm Trang. I'm Vice President of Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology, HUTEC, and also cum Director of Accreditation and Quality Assurance, UF Ho Chi Minh City University of Economics and Finance, both university in the same system. That's where I come from. That I come from HUTEC education system. Now we have 2 university and 1 K-12. We have more than 60,000 students and multidisciplinary university. And I will talk about the sustainable development, education for sustainable, and an overview of university contributing to sustainable developments and sustainable development goal iteration process and mapping exercise, and the key competence for sustainability, as well as the learning outcome aligns with key competence for sustainable development. And last but not least, I also would like to talk about the sustainability as HUTEC and UF, the 2 universities that I'm working for. First of all, related to sustainable development, I use some resource from UNESCO, sustainable development that meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. And education for sustainable, very important as we take note is the holistic and transformational education which address learning content and outcomes, pedagogy, and learning environment. Thus, we can see that based on the statistic of World Economic Forum that there are a very big need by 2030, where the market they need 24 million green jobs that's related to sustainability. Sorry, I cannot move. Sorry, I cannot move the. Oh yeah. Education for sustainability. In the higher education institution, we pay attention on the areas. First, enterprise and entrepreneurship, internationalization also contribute to sustainability, equality, diversity, inclusion. Our students as the partners in governance, something like that, or civic engagement, or health and well-being, or employability, or research, or knowledge exchange. There's education for sustainable development intersection across strategic priority for student success. Sorry, because That's in education, that an overview of UCT contribution to sustainable development. That we can see that the 4 area that we can see that they can contribute to sustainable development. That from research, that's focusing on research for SDG. We apply interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary research or innovation. In education, that's education for sustainable development, job for implement sustainable development or capacity building related to sustainability. In operation and government, that's we apply this governance and operation align with SDG or corporate into UCT reporting or external leadership, public engagement, etc. And the sustainable development goal iterating process, that we have 5 steps that we use the sustainable development solution network. They also identify 5 steps that we can integrate sustainable, that we map what we are already doing. The first step, the second, we build capacity building and ownership of SDG. And we identify the priority, the opportunities, the gaps, and we integrate, implement, and impact SDG. And lastly, that we monitor, evaluate, and communicate. Just for the mapping exercise, we can do the desktop assessment. We can share identification or keyword search. That's some of the example. For example, related to SDG, we also follow the QS sustainability ranking. They also talk about the sustainability or THE impact rankings. The thing that I would like to focus here, that's very important, that's where we talk a lot about education for sustainability, but we should identify, use the 8 UNESCO key competencies for sustainability. We focus to provide students the knowledge, the skill related to sustainability, that the 8 competencies, that the first one, system thinking competencies. The second one, just future thinking and critical thinking competencies, strategic competency, collaborative competency, and interactive problem solving competency, self-awareness competency, and last but not least, normative, that's competency, that the 8 UNESCO key competence for sustainability. So in the program, that we should pay much attention on these competencies, that in order to promote sustainability. That's, for example, that's in the outcome, when we decide the learning outcomes of the programs, we pay attention on the learning outcome. Let's make an example just for the key competence that I just mentioned. For students, that's with system thinking competence, that we should mention that we request the student just after the program, they have the knowledge, the skill, and the attribute related to the competencies for sustainability. That let's make an example like this. And the second example related to thinking competence, that we also define the learning outcome, that we request the student just after the program, they have the knowledge, the skill, and attribute that's related to sustainability. And at HUTEC and UF, that's Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology, and UF, that's we apply this for sustainability to transform teaching and learning. And in order to transform teaching and learning, we set the environment, that operation and governance, we come from the demand, the need from the industry, and that's in the vision and mission, that we also teach related to sustainability and strategic planning and operation and government. Yes, you can see that the good governance, that HUTEC, that we and UEF, that we achieve QS 5-star for good governance. Because we have policy for sustainability, etc. We pay attention to social impact or environmental impact or diversity, equity, and inclusion, that we have a series of policy related to this, and we apply this. And especially that in the curriculum last year, that we review and update on the undergraduate degree programs with 2 new courses, AI application and sustainability. Across undergraduate degree program, we have more than 60 undergraduate degree programs. And as we encourage lecturer, faculty member to apply hands-on teaching methodology like project-based learning, community-based learning, work-based learning, collaborative learning. That's the hands-on, the interactive teaching methodology in order to teach to provide students not just only the knowledge but the skill, especially the innovative, the system thinking, critical thinking, design thinking, problem solving skill, etc. And we apply the outcome-based education. That's the system that we apply as HUTEC. You can see that from the outcomes, the vision, the mission, the program objective. We decide the program learning outcome and course learning outcomes. And we do assessment, there's program assessment, there's core assessment, and institutional assessment. This is we call this outcome-based education, and we apply smart outcome-based education. It's all of this that automatically operate. That's some of the teaching hands-on that we apply at our institution that I just mentioned, related to project-based learning, collaborative learning, community-based learning, work-based learning, or blended learning, etc., to help the student apply their knowledge and develop the skill, especially the skill for Industrial Revolution 4.0. And we also adapted the module from Kanawasa Institute of Technology. We have the courses Design Thinking 1 and Design Thinking 2. That we adopt the module from KIT. That's they going through the process that localize, identify the problems. And that they have the 6 steps. That's you can see that the first one does identify the problem, and then does the analyze the assistant solution. Sorry, that's the second one does the analyze the problem, and the third one investigate the need, and then analyze assistant solution, and ideating. Analyze the cause and give the solution, ideate the solution. That's what some of the things that's the module that we are apply as HUTEC. That we have the 2 courses. And for sustainable constructive alignment, that because education for sustainable development does provide learning environment in which interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary learning are facilitated, and learning is inclusive and accessible for all, and support policy for learning environment. And we also have the extra opportunity, learning space for campus or indoor, outdoor environment. That's that's the sustainable learning environment. As you can see that the alignment between the sustainable constructive assessment and the learning outcome, and also the teaching and learning activity, that these 3 components should be aligned with each other. And in the research, we also track the number of research related to sustainability at 2 institutions. And as we also have the journal that's related to sustainability, the materials and immersion technology for sustainability. And last year, every 2 years, we organized international conference and related to sustainability as well. And to transform teaching and learning for sustainable development, you can see that we apply the project-based learning, and every year we have the 4 project design showcase for the student. The student, they find the real problem from the community. They come up with the solution, and they apply SDG in their project as well. Even for student mobility, around a year, we welcome students from many different countries. And we also ask the student to work on the community to apply design thinking to solve the real problems from the communities. That around a year, we welcome more than 10 big group of students, every group from 20 to 30 students. They come from different countries, from Singapore, from the US, from Malaysia, from Indonesia, etc. We also ask them to apply to promote sustainability, even in student mobility. And every year, there's HUTEC, we organize HUTEC's engineering showcase. And every year there are more than 300 student projects. They apply interdisciplinary for sustainability. They are from different engineering, technology, and business as well. And around the year, we also have every year we have about 20 courses applied community engaged learning that we give students the opportunity to engage with the community to find the real problems, the challenges of the community, and they apply in the courses. To see the sum of the student mobility, they also apply the design thinking, innovative to come up with solutions just for sustainable development. That's shown that we want to transform teaching and learning for sustainable development, not just only the teaching methodology, but also the policy. We need to decide the environment. We need to provide to the teaching staff, to the students. You see that, and work-based learning, that's around the university, that we have very strong network with industry, with 5,500 industry partners. So that's very important. With this, that we can apply so many things to transform teaching and learning for sustainable development. Sorry, that's all about my presentation. That's how we transform teaching and learning based. We use outcome-based education. And transform teaching and learning for sustainable development. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. That's a very flexible and welcome question from you. Just after this section. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Cheng, Dr. Cheng, for the presentation, for the good presentations. Such an insightful presentations. Okay, next, without further ado, wait, I will share my screen first. Okay, so for our second session, we will have a second speaker, which is from Mr. Alfiandi Imam Mawardi. He is coming from UPN Veteran Jawa Timur, Indonesia, and he will be discussing about bridging the innovation gap. So, Mr. Alfiandi, are you already here with us?
Yeah, I'm already here.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr.
Yeah. Is my sound clear?
Yeah, I can hear your voice clearly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will stop my screen now. Yeah, you may share your screen. The time and screen is yours, sir. But before, I would like to remind all of the
Thank you.
participants. Yeah, don't forget, if you have any questions, you just may write down on the chat box, and don't forget to also mention or put down the name of the experts. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Alfendi, the time and screen is yours.
Yeah. My screen is clear, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you, Chacha, for introduce me. My name is Alfiandi. I'm come from the UPN Veteran Jawa Timur from Indonesia. Nice meeting you all today. Today I will present about, maybe I'm not present, but I'm in university, and maybe it can be adopted to another university. The title is Bridging the Innovation Gap. First of all, I want to continue in, sorry. Yeah. Today I will give you some insight about about our contents. The first one is about ideation stage and innovation stage, and the last one about the hands-on training. Actually, in our program in our university in UPN Veteran Jawa Timur, we have to collapse until the researcher or the academia with the student body, and also we collaborate with the industry itself. The first one, we talk about the ideation stage, because we know the ideation stage became uh,
Okay. Sorry, sir. Did you hear did you hear my voice? Okay.
new
Yeah.
what is an entry for the in our university. Yeah, is it clear? I hear this.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Alfiandi, I think you have a kind of like a bad connection. Yeah, you may continue.
Yeah, maybe it's bad connected. Yeah, okay. Okay, sorry for the bad connections. We start in ideation stage. We have the three prior process in our university, and we became to the first one about the technology filter. You talk about the feasibility. This is where the university core strength lies. We ask, can it build? Can it be built? The first one is about the scientific validation. Because the idea with the scientific research or the innovation itself is not quite good. So the idea is actually based on the scientific principles, or maybe it's just innovations without the scientific. The second one is about the infrastructure check. That's the UPN Veteran Jawa Timur, because I want to give you some example for our university. Have a lab, equipment, or expert to develop this, or we do need to seek external collaborations, maybe with other university or other academia or other inventor. So the third about the technology filter is talk about the TRL assessment, because we categorize the idea based on the initial technology readiness level. We know if we have some innovation, we have some technology, we should assess our technology into what number of TRL that we have. So the second is about the market filter, atau or we talk about viability. The STP, or the Science Technology Park, actually act the reality check for the researcher. We ask about should it be built. I mean, we should know about what is the categorization about how the market can be adopt our technology, or maybe can commercialize our technology into the market. The first one is about the gap analysis. We look at the current industry landscape. It means because Open Veteran Jawa Timur in East Java in Indonesia, we should know about the genuine problem that we can solve by our technology. So the second is about the competitive landscape. Are the already existing solutions, is our idea better, the cheaper and faster, or maybe a better innovation than others? So we should know about the competitive landscape. So because if we don't have some novelty in our technology, is it not necessary, and the competitiveness is, I think, is very worse. And the third is about economic impact. Does the idea have the potential to create the spin-off company and high value patent? Because I always say to my college in my university, if you have the potentials technology, the first one, you can the spin off your company or your technology into the professional one, or professional company. Or maybe you can register your patent into high value patent. Because today we have some intellectual capitals, intellectual property. We should know how our technology can be adopted in high value pattern. And the third one is about the regulatory or IP filter. It's about talk about the protectionability. So this is the critical capability of the director. So ensuring the idea can be owned. So,
Okay, Mr. Alveni, do you hear me?
First one about,
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
patent
Okay, to Mr. Alvini. Okay, I think he have some trouble and due to like his signal. Yes. Okay. Please kindly wait for Mr. Alvani to get back to our Zoom. Okay. While we're waiting, don't forget to all of the participants, if you may have questions, you can.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, the bad
Yeah, it's totally
connection is
okay.
very terrible now. Where is my last presentations?
Yeah.
Is it correct in here?
Yeah. Or you may also stop your video if it's really difficult for you to get a better signal.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
totally
Yep,
okay.
yep, yep.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
it's
may continue.
visible that, yeah. Okay, I turn off my video. Sorry for the bad connections. We continue with where's the ideation stage. The third one is about the regulatory and IP filter. It's about protectability. That means this is critical capability of the director to ensuring the idea can be owned by inventor. The first one about the patent landscape. We know today we have some organizations like WIPO. It's about the World International Property Organizations. Then tend to protect our IP or our patent into the the organizations or the registrations patent. So we should perform the prior on the search the idea that doesn't have patent in somewhere else. This is the first and the important things that we have to know about our invention. The second one is bela negara alignment, because this is our this is our value in our university, because UPN Veteran Jawa Timur is called a bela negara, or is called a nationalism's alignment. It's a talk about how the food security, energy independence, or others empowerment texts that can be adopted and we can invent into the technology can be commercialized in a market. So one next, okay, sorry. Yeah, we move on into the innovation stage. This is the critical pillars that we know two type of pillars that we have. The first one is about the technical development. We call it enhanced-on pillars. This is a transition from the TRL 4 into TRL 6. The goal is move about the control the lab environment to the simulations. The first one is talk about the prototyping, how we know how we develop the minimum viable product. I mean, this is consists in technology, or maybe the startup itself in the digital era, digital startup, or maybe a non-digital startup. We focus on the core value of the innovations. It doesn't need the pretty yet, but it's functional. It should be functional. And the second is about the iterative testing, using the build, measure, and learn loops. We test the prototype, gather the data, and we define maybe some failure points, bottleneck, and so refine it. We should be give a feedback to our testing our product. So the third one is about the standardizations, aligning the development with the industry standard. We call it in Indonesia SNE and our ISO. Okay, I've give example for if you are building a food product, or maybe the pharmacy. We know in Indonesia have the PPOM. It's about the national standard for the pharmacy and the food. This is a requirement. How you can market your product. This is the certification. And the second, we begin to the business modeling. It is a value pillar. The innovation and not just a gadget. It's a value proposition. I mean, we should know about how the product have the value, have the proposition that we can be bring the uniqueness or a unique selling point. It means, the first one is about the BMC. We already know about the business model canvas. For the invention, they should know about the BMC because we should landscape our product. Because the defining exactly who will pay this and who will use your product, how it will be delivered, and what the revenue stream are. This is the very important when we want to make innovation that can be sustained. The second is about the cost analysis, calculating the COGS or maybe cost of goods sold. It's a researcher innovate the cost. It means, yeah, it is just example. If a researcher innovation costs maybe $1 billion to $1 million to produce, but the market only paid $10. Is it the scientific success, but an innovation failure? So we should know how cost our innovation, how cost our research. Then we know how our product can be can be operated, can be sold to the other parties. The third is talk about the stakeholder mapping. Identify the early adopter in this industry who willing to try the product. So we should know about the stakeholder. Maybe we have a research about the market research, and we know about the persona, the customer persona, and everything that we can to our target. The early adopter is a very, very interesting one that if your product can be adopted, this is I think your product can be can be developed well and maybe can be commercialized well. And then after the innovation stage, come to this is the hands-on. And this is the hands-on training. I mean, we have the program in UPN Veteran Jawa Timur that every inventor or maybe every the startup should should attend this step, or maybe should be should be progressive the product into this step. I think the first one is about the from lab to life. From lab to life is mean how your products can develop in your lab. Maybe can develop in your research center, and how your product can be promoted or maybe can be operate to the people, to the other client or maybe the customer that needs your product. Until we come to the second step about a hands-on roadmap. Why I should go with hands-on roadmap? Because when the people know about the product, but we should know how they can use our product correctly. So this is how we can measure our value, our product value into the market. So and we begin to the third step. The but is talk about the business invention. The business invention, they they give the business side to the product or innovations or the technology itself. The business invention is to talk about the feasibility, how the product can be adapted, can be marketed to the people, to other people, to other parties. This is demand dating. This is when we call it in business matching. Business matching, actually we program business matching in a year, yearly. So the industry and academia can be research collaborations and meet to research to promote their product to the industry. And the last one is about call to action. How the call to actions is talk about how the people can be invest to our technology or maybe to our spin-off company. call to actions is not necessary we collapse with venture capital, maybe angel investor, maybe, or maybe we call it in the government, but call to action can be a top in your internal. Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
sorry, Ms. Alfiandi.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's already 15 minutes or 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is sorry, this is my
Yeah, it's
last.
okay.
Yeah,
You
this is
can
my last.
I will give you like 30 seconds perhaps, yeah, to close
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sorry, this is my presentations. It's about the quote from the Steve Jobs about innovation distinguished between a leader and follower. Today, in my university, we have a catalogs, electrical catalogs, that we show about what is the research, our research, what about innovative product that we have to make it, and how the research can be some competitive art, competitive product that we made in our university. You can know about the patent itself, you know about what research can be helped you, and how the inventor can be helped you to realize your product. It is come up with this website. So we want just to just introduce our digitals. It can be like a commerce. So you can search your product there, what you need, and you can check out to your product that what you want to buy. Maybe that's all my presentation. Sorry for the bad the bad connection for today. Sorry, feel sorry. If you have some questions, I open to discuss with it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Alfiandi. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience because of the time. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just go to the next sessions. Okay. So our next sessions is a Q&A. So for all of the participants, if you have any questions, you may write down your questions on the chat box, or you can also raise your hand and ask directly to the speaker. Okay, since we have already have questions here, I will try to read it first. Okay, so there is a question from Zaza to Dr. Tin. Okay, so the question is, how can universities effectively measure whether outcome-based and hands-on teaching truly develops the UNESCO sustainability competencies rather than just integrating SDGs symbolically into the curriculum? Okay, to Ms. Tinsra.
Thank you for the question, Sasa. Very good question. Actually, just to measure the outcome-based or and hands-on teaching, just we applied comprehensive measurement. For example, that's for the outcome-based, in order to know whether the student to achieve the skill, we don't measure based on the GPA. We measure based on the individual point of each sentence. For example, in examination or in assignment, you ask the student to apply or to analyze something and the student performs answer the question that's based on the Bloom taxonomy. We note from each individual rate whether the student achieve the learning outcomes based on the Bloom taxonomy or not. This is the way we measure the outcome base. And before student graduate, we do the survey to measure whether the student after graduation, after the program, they have knowledge, skilled as we stage in the learning outcome. Thus, we do the survey to measure this thing. And we also ask the student to sit down to self-evaluate whether they have the knowledge, the skill, relevant, something like that we did. And for the teaching methodology, that we apply the last observation. And some other activity, you notice we apply formative assessment for project work to see, to observe the skill, the progress of the student done along the way, not just the final product, not just the examination. That's, I think, this is for the answer, for the first answer from Sasa. There's so many things that we apply. I know that it's very challenging. It's not easy, very challenging for the lecture. So that's why we motivate the lecturer, faculty member to do the thing just comprehensively. Yeah, but not easy, I know.
Okay, thank you so much for answering the questions, Dr. Cheng. I hope it's answering your questions, Zaza. Okay, I think Zaza have another questions, but this time for Mr. Alfiandi. Okay, to Mr. Alfiandi, based on your experience, what is the biggest barrier in moving from the ideation stage to a commercially viable innovation, and how can universities systematically overcome this gap? Okay, I'll let Mr. Alfiani to answer the questions.
Okay. Thank you for the questions, Zaza. Yeah. Let's talk about the barriers. I think every university have a different barrier, right? Based on my experience, we try to bridging the innovations from the state, from the ideation into the commercially the innovations. When in my university, we have some incubation phase that everybody or every startup can involve in our programs, and we we have some development. We have some programs that we consist to make them go to market. So how we protect, or maybe we develop their product about the ideations, we give them the mentor, we give them the curriculums, we give them the some tools that they can produce that product. So the barrier actually is how the consistency of the level, the startup level. I think it's mean the startup has a founder. The founder consistency is the biggest barrier for the where the startup today, because it's a talk about the commitment. It's talk about how they can we can make it their dream come true. That is the problem from the the startup today, because the consistency. This is how the university can be afford about it, because depend on the individuals. I think the questions like that. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Alfiandi, for answering the questions. I hope it's answering your questions, Zaza. Okay. Okay, maybe one last questions from Shafira for Dr. Lee Tin Trang. So from your perspective, how important is alignment between governance, research, and curriculum in successfully implementing outcome-based education for sustainable development? Thank you.
I think there's the alignment between the governance, research, curriculum, very important. But is it challenging to have this alignment? The first thing we should have is leadership commitment. In order to have leadership commitment, leadership support related to sustainable development, we need to communication, internal communication across the university, in order to make them understand the reason why they should show their support, their commitment, that in storm of governance. And you know that communication very important, just to make them understand about the thing. And you know that not easy, very challenging, that communication to make this everybody speak the same language about sustainability development. We provide the training not just only for the student, but also for the faculty members, for the leadership, for the leaders, the deans, the vice deans, the manager, to make them understand 17 SDG. And it's related to the course, it's related to the practices that they are doing every day, that professional development also important in order to help the alignment. And for the research, we also track this thing and ask our institution that we give incentive to the research. The publication, the international publication for the faculty member. And the curriculum that's really updated with sustainability, very important, because as we talk to the top management nowadays, the increasing need from the industry related to the RADH, who should have the knowledge and the skill related to sustainable development, the real skill, very big number based on the statistics, on the survey, on the data. So that's why with many channels that we approach different stakeholder, internal stakeholder, from the top leaders, from the deans, the vice dean, the faculty member, and the student related to this thing. Yeah, I think this is just what we are doing. But we try to make them more understandable about this thing and more support in order to have this better alignment between the governance, the research, the curriculum, to have this more better outcomes related to sustainable development. It's not just happen one day. Yes, it's a long process. Everybody support, every single people to support. But first thing, from the mindset, from the knowledge, everybody should understand the reason why they should contribute to those things. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Cheng, for answering the questions. I hope it's answering the questions, Shafira. Okay, okay, next. Okay, let me check first. Okay, since we already still have just 3 minutes left before event, I think yeah,
One more question from
yeah,
Mr.
there's questions.
Yeah.
For the other. Okay, since we're running out of time, I'm really sorry. We're going to end the Q&A session for now. I believe that the participants still want to know more about this topic, but hopefully we can meet again and discuss again another time. Okay, so thank you so much once again for Dr. Cheng and also Mr. Alfiandi for the presentation and also for answering all of the questions. Okay.
For more questions that you can reach out to me, ask the email here. I saw some of the questions I haven't answered, so that's why they reach out to me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Cheng. Yeah, so to all participants, if you may have another questions, maybe to Mr. Alfiandi, you can also share your email so that all the participants can also ask the other questions if they want. Okay, next. Wait. Okay, so once again, thank you so much to Dr. Cheng and also Mr. Alfiandi for the great presentations. And now I think we already have Mr. Tim Forn here, the representative from Semioted. Are you already here with us, Mr. Tim Forn? Okay, sir. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so our next agenda will be a closing remark from Semioted, which is from Mr. Tim Forn as the Head of Research and Development Division from Semioted. Okay, so the time and screen is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Moderator. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to deliver the closing remark. So first of all, I would like to pay my gratitude to the distinguished expert, respected speaker, value partner, college, and participants joining us from across Asia and beyond. As we conclude the 26th second international sharing, expert sharing meeting on hands-on training and industry academy cooperation, I would like to express my deepest